Yes.
I'm big on spreading the message about Agenda 21, which Bill Clinton signed us on to at the Rio Convention in 1992, I believe it was, which I call the United Nations Communist Plan, which encompasses every county in this country. Would you maybe give a little overview of that to this audience?
Oh boy. I knew it was risky if I said 2 more questions, because the second one will take us 2 hours. A little bit of overview on Agenda 21. I will give a very brief overview on Agenda 21, but I want you to know that I'm sometimes asked to speak just on Agenda 21.
I've done that too.
Okay, all right. Agenda 21 is one of these examples of soft treaties. It was 1992, commonly called the Earth Summit, Rio de Janeiro. Before I say anything about the detail on it, let me say that the only way to understand Agenda 21, which is a soft law, never ratified by the Senate, is to recognize that it is in 2 parts. The people that put it together were very explicit in saying we're going to put our plan into 2 parts. One is going to be the statement of principles, and that is the Earth Charter. And folks, if you want to know what this is all about, just do a search, internet search for the Earth Charter and read it, and you'll know what Agenda 21 is. It's only about 6 pages. That's the easiest way to find out what this is. And then the other part was the action plan. That's what's called Agenda 21. But the 2 are a unit, just like the Constitution and the Declaration in our country are a unit. The Earth Charter and the Action Plan are a unit. And essentially what it's all about is a huge increase in the amount of influence and control of the United Nations. It's not really about the environment. It has a pretext of being about the environment, but it's not really. And if you read the Earth Charter, that is going to be very clear. All the agenda of the left is there. Okay, disarmament is there, abortion rights, gay marriage, income redistribution, global government, everything is there. So it's the whole agenda of the global left.
Thank you. I just wanted people who are not familiar with that go home and look it up on your computers. And the more we can educate people on this subject, the better off we are. So how many in here have heard of Agenda 21 before? Oh, we've got a pretty informed group.
This is a pretty good group. So
that's rare that
yeah. So one of the amendments I envision on the first appropriations bill that goes through that's relevant, no federal tax dollar can be used in any way to support activities that are Agenda 21 or are identical to actions called for by Agenda 21. I mean, this example, EPA donates at least $1 million every year to the groups that implement Agenda 21. And so it's our tax dollars being laundered to go to the radical UN treaty. By the way, let me just add as a footnote, the International Baccalaureate Education Plan is a UN system, run by UNESCO, run by the UN. I just want you to know that for the record. And it's never, that usually doesn't come out to the public, but you want to ask if we want to be using our tax dollars to implement a UN education system. And if you want to go to the International Baccalaureate website, you will see it says its purpose is to create world citizens. Right? What does that mean? I will just tell you, it's not the same as American citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been very patient. I believe my obligation is to explain where I'm coming from, what I see as the problems. I was asked by the reporter of the Rochester Post-Bulletin a few days ago, Al, what are your top 3 issues? I said, my first issue is balancing the budget, my second issue is balancing the budget, and my third issue is balancing the budget and everything. I mean, this is, we absolutely have to do this if we are going to remain a viable, strong beacon of freedom throughout the world. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your questions. Great questions. But if we can elect some more people that are willing to make the kind of changes we're talking about, if we do that, our best days can be still ahead. If we do not, I fear my country and my children. Okay, I would turn this briefly back to my campaign manager.